All right, my name is Spencer Thames. Live in Dallas, Texas, 30 years old, and went to Texas A&M University, the one and only, from 2011 to 2015. So I was on the wakeboarding team at A&M. That was the one thing I primarily did. And through the wakeboarding team, I got introduced to the barracks, which was a cable park in College Station. And I started working there. Spring of 2012, we had a little 2.0 system that the wakeboard team got to use. And really end of that summer, fall of 2013 was when WakeWell College Station started. And so my introduction to WakeWell was I was operating the cable park, and every Wednesday night, a group of guys would come out to the cable park, and I would just run the wakeboard system for them. So I think instantly there was, I was attracted to what was going on at the cable park. I'd grown up going to church. It was a big part of my life. My parents were strong believers. I mean, I went to church every single Sunday growing up. And so there was a couple years, my first few at college, where I wasn't doing that. I wasn't following the Lord. I wasn't making that an active part of my life. And so seeing a group of peers, the same age as me, doing that was attractive. I mean, it just felt natural. It felt like, oh, this is something that I've been missing, something that I should be pursuing, a group that I should be hanging out with. It was already people that I was on the wakeboard team with, but it was just a different type of relationship that went above and beyond just the wakeboarding that we were doing. College, I loved wakeboarding. I wakeboarded a lot. And so to find a group of people that actually cared about me for who I was, and not just that we had the same interest, was why I started going to WakeWell and why I stayed going to WakeWell. We had in College Station at WakeWell was unique. I'm sure there were lots of people at A&M that were, in a Bible study and that were doing life together, but I think ours was unique, that we really enjoyed hanging out with each other, and that continued in Dallas. And so a group of us lived together, and we really just got to continue building on what we learned. So we all went to the same church. We led Bible study together for a number of years. We were in each other's weddings. Mark married my wife and I, so WakeWell had an impact on my marriage as well. So yeah, I think it like I said, it went above and beyond wakeboarding. It was the initial thing that brought us together, but that wasn't what held us together. And so I think some of obviously my best friends from college were guys that I got to know through WakeWell, but that has continued on 10 years past college, right? I lived down the street from one of those guys that I did WakeWell with in College Station. And now we get to raise our families together. We both have young kids that, are gonna get to grow up knowing each other. They're gonna get to know Jesus through our families. And a lot of that started with what we learned and got to do together going to WakeWell. If you asked me my junior year in college, if this Bible study that I was going to with a bunch of random guys that didn't know each other outside of wakeboarding was gonna have an impact 10 years later, that you were gonna be in each other's weddings and live 10 houses away and get to raise your families together. And I could have never told you that was gonna happen. Love God, love others, love Wake. That's WakeWell.